I eat for function, not for taste.
All right, so this is meal number 5. It's 5 o'clock. 4 more meals to go tonight, 4 or 5.
Jay Cutler, one of the biggest mass monsters of the 90s. Did you know he ate over 140 eggs a day? He was eating 30 egg whites per meal.
Cracking the eggs, flipping the yolk out, throwing it, and then having the egg whites. So it was a lot of work. I mean, there was some diets, I'm not gonna lie, I ate 140 egg whites a day. So I was cracking eggs nonstop. I mean, I remember sitting and cracking eggs for an hour in the morning, and I would put everything in Tupperware containers, and I would just dump out. I was eating 30 egg whites a meal then.
And he would buy an entire cow from the butcher just to eat it all himself.
But I would buy a whole cow at a time. I had a local butcher, and I would have a whole cow. I'd walk in the butcher shop, and my cow would be hanging. And I'd say, I want, this is hamburg, this is steaks, this and that. And I would buy a whole cow.
And that wasn't enough. He picked up 140 pounds of chicken in one go. Insane.
Packs of chicken. Like, you know, you go to a restaurant, back of a restaurant, they have like packs of chicken. I'd buy 140 pounds of chicken at a time. So I had 2 freezers in my garage. Yeah. And one was the beef freezer and one was the chicken freezer. And then I had the eggs in my, I was a machine. All I did was eat, and I would take out 5 pounds of meat, and I would eat 5 pounds of meat a day, plus the eggs.
You have to eat. And when you explain what real eating is, a lot of people don't get it. When you're trying to gain weight, you eat until you're sick, stopping only when you're about to throw up and can't take another bite. Then you wait 2 hours and do it all over again. It's not about being hungry. It's about knowing it's time to eat, because that's what it takes to improve. You have to get in the zone, push through, and eat even when you don't want to. That's what eating is in hardcore bodybuilding.
This rice cooker runs 24/7 at the Cutler household.
I ate every 2 hours, and you talk about profession. I said, how did I do it? I mean, that's where I was spending most of the money.
How much do you think you're spending on food?
Back then, I was probably spending maybe $50,000 a year.
Back then, too. Yeah. That was 95.
Lean white rice, nothing better than that. Jay Cutler diet.
It was just routine, like getting up and eating 20 egg whites for breakfast and eating 6 meals a day or 7 meals a day and training twice or 4 times a day. And I would buy 30 dozen eggs at a time from a local farm stand. So I was in college. My friends would come over and be like, hey man, you got any beers in it? And they open the fridge and it's like all eggs. It's all eggs in there. And that would be my whole refrigerator.